Hello there, friends, and welcome back to Simple Essentials. Today we are doing a mini makeover part 1 to our master bedroom. So I have a full tour of the new house we moved into about six months ago now. But this is the bedroom. These nightstands are actually crates from IKEA. And for those of you who've been around, you know we had an issue with a water leak in the ceiling, which has since been fixed. So the ceiling looks a lot neater without holes and screw holes in them. So yeah, very, very happy that that's done. So now we're actually going ahead, and today we're going to build some furniture and transform this space to a bit more practical. So those of you who have followed along know that I'm from Sweden, and naturally being from the land of IKEA, I do know how to build flat pack furniture. These particular ones come from Fantastic Furniture here in Australia, not sponsored at all, but you will see that I've got a bed frame, which we won't be building in this episode. It will be in the next episode, so part 2. But this part 1, we're going to be building 2 nightstands. So those crates that you saw before are actually going to go into my pantry instead. But and I really love this. You'll see the design that I picked a little bit later on, but both the nightstands and the dresser that Paul and I are going to be building together have sort of that Scandinavian design look to them. Now, by the way, you'll see that all the little bits that I've got here come with like little white stickers on them, and basically the manual was a pretty solid booklet with little numbered bits on it. So all the white stickers, rest assured, I did take them off later for those of you who really care about these sort of things. But essentially, they really helped me both with these little nightstands and the dresser. Paul heard me swearing as I was building this, so he came and gave me some of his tools and some better screwdrivers and things. But I tell you, this is a pretty solid piece of furniture, and it did take me a chunk of time to build it. But I do really enjoy creativity, and I do enjoy building things. So Paul did generously offer to help me with this, and I said, no, I want to have a go and see if I can build it myself. So it actually wasn't that hard. I'm only going to show you me building one of these nightstands because you can kind of imagine that it took quite a while. This footage you're seeing here is sped up 8 times. So I'm pretty good at reading manuals, but it did just take a good little while to do this. But I do love this kind of wooden look, and I was looking around for furniture like this. As you know, I'm a huge fan of secondhand, so I quite often look at Marketplace or Gumtree, which is kind of our version of Craigslist here in Australia. So I was really looking around for options, but I couldn't really find anything that I loved the look of. So this here is a bit of a budget option, I guess, but yeah, definitely very excited. And I managed to finish it, I think. We've still got to put the little sliders on there. But here is the final result. So let's see. Moment of truth. Drum roll. Will the drawer fit? I think it will. So off camera, I did assemble the second nightstand, and I tell you, it was a pretty warm day, so I did work up a little bit of a sweat. Um, I did really like as well that I could take those crates and put them in my pantry. I'm actually going to be using them for some storage of potatoes and other things that you would have seen in a previous video just launched. I did also realize that these nightstand lamps are probably not the best for this particular color. We've had these bedside table lamps for quite a few years, but that is okay. This is version 1 of the makeover, but I am so happy with that. I've got room to put my Kindle, my books, and a few little knickknacks in that drawer. So I'm actually really happy with how this turned out, and it was a very affordable option. So you can probably start seeing a theme here. So now I called for some help. I had a bit of a break because, to be honest, my hands were extremely sore from putting together and using the screwdriver on the 2 side tables. But essentially the dresser is a three drawers tall, 2 drawers wide version of the nightstand that you just saw. So I called in Paul to help me out because I knew that this one would be a little bit harder to put together. This one is also from the same place. I will link it below, not sponsored in any way, but if you're keen to check it out and you live in Australia, you might want to suss it out. This was a very affordable option, but it was exactly the look we were going for, and you will see the final reveal later in this video, so make sure that you stick around. Also, fun fact, my partner and I, or sorry, my husband and I, we really love doing little projects like this together. We actually collaborate very, very well. He is very much the one using the tools and I help out, but you know, that's totally fine. So what we're doing here, it all came in kind of two boxes. So we're just sort of getting all the bits out in a somewhat organized fashion. And again, this one came with those white stickers that you saw on the nightstands, and they all matched up with the numbers in the manual. So we're just following the manual. And yeah, comment below if you build things like this, furniture and things like this with your partner. Is it a long argument? Does it work okay? We have put together many an item from IKEA and similar, and we do pretty okay. So I like to think that we're good at collaborating. And yeah, basically just reading and following instructions. I'm very fortunate that my husband Paul is a very structured and organized person, and he really likes following instructions in manuals and things like that. So sometimes when I want to run ahead and just go, oh, just finish it, he's like, no, let's read the manual. So thank you, babe, if you're listening to this. I'm very grateful for your patience when we do things like this together. Then Paul needed to take a little bit of a break to run another errand, so I took a little while and put all of those drawers together that you saw there. And we then, after a little break, we came back and decided to finish this off. We have only had a very small shared 4-drawer dresser inside the closet for the last probably 6 months. Yeah, we moved in March 2023. So as this video is coming out early November, we've lived here for more than 6 months. But anyway, so we put all that together, and Paul was very, very excited to get a proper set of drawers. We could have obviously done this little bedroom project before, but we didn't want to wait until the ceiling had been patched up, so we wouldn't have tradesmen coming in and out and having to move the furniture every time someone came to do something. So that is why we waited to get this done a little bit later. We are still waiting for the bed frame, which will have a similar color and feel to the other bits of furniture. So it's a set kind of matching, which is the first time in my adult life, I'm 41, that I will have a matching bedroom set. I then freaked out a little bit because the drawers didn't fit, so I was worried that I'd put them together wrong, and Paul was like, typical calm and collected, he's like, just take your time, I'm sure it's going to be okay. But then he realized that before I could actually put the drawers in, we needed to put the back on. So we went ahead and did that and got the tools out, and again, he's very patient with me, I'm very grateful. But we are very, very close to finishing this now. So collaborating on this sort of stuff is, I think, is a good test of your relationship. Fun fact, when I worked as a nanny in the US about, 20 years ago now, I actually made extra money by putting together IKEA furniture for people because a lot of people didn't really know how to or want to do it themselves. So that was a pretty penny for me back in the day. Anyway, just putting the last little bit of the back of the dresser on here, and then we are ready to now put the drawers in. Now at this point I'd actually taken a lot of the white stickers off, which was kind of the point of having the stickers on in the first place. But look at that! Okay, so it turned out so beautiful. We're really happy with it. The bed frame is obviously going to change, but that is how things are looking at the moment. We've got a nice big dresser, and I really love that canvas print is from one of our first long holidays that we took together when we went to Norway. So I'm really, really happy with how it turned out and the room that we'll have to organize our clothes. I'm still working out exactly what I want to put on the dresser itself. Yeah, just showing you a little bit of a close-up here of how the drawers look and some of the organizers I've got for them. All right, now on to the really fun stuff, which is the organizing. So this is the next day. I was pretty tired from building 2 nightstands and I guess half a dresser because Paul helped me out. But this is essentially the little drawer set that we've been using for the last 6 months. We've had 2 drawers each for like underwear and socks and things, but it's not very big. So it's actually going to go downstairs to another room to help organize and declutter that. So we're getting rid of it, but we're sort of keeping it. And I now have all this room in the wardrobe, and I think I'm going to possibly put the laundry hamper there because I don't have another good spot for it. And up here we've got my wardrobe. I've done a couple of wardrobe declutter videos before, so I'll link those below if you're interested in having a closer look at my minimalist wardrobe. Having a sneaky peek there on Paul's side of the dresser, and then just trying to work out what goes where. So these little white cubes are foldable. They're really great. They're from IKEA, I believe. If I find them, I will link them below for you. But I use them in several rooms in my house for a few different purposes. So I just really like that they fold down, and you can use them as organic, like natural dividers inside your drawers, which is really cool. So yeah, just putting everything away here and getting it neat and organized. And I really like it. So the little one has all my tights in it, my socks, the larger white cube was my underwear, and then my bras. Okay, so we're on to pajamas, exercise gear, and kind of casual loungewear that I only really wear at home. So I have the top and the bottom drawer still left. So this top one, I'm doing pajamas. By the way, this is my Sweden shirt that I wear when I go to sports games and things like that when I cheer for Sweden. I'm a dual citizen, so Australian and Swedish, but Sweden will always be in my heart. Putting away, hopefully for the last time, the warm winter pajamas. We'll see how that lasts. It's been a bit cold here in south part of Australia where I live over the last little while. So yeah, putting that all away, and it's just so nice to have drawers again. You know, the cubes work okay, but I'm really loving just having a bit more room and knowing where things are is so much nicer. All right, tackling exercise gear, swimwear, and things like that. So I'm putting all my bathing suit type things in one place. And then I just started to realize that all of my cycling stuff, by the way, those fluoro leggings I wore for my hen stay this year, it was really fun and I actually like them. They're very comfortable. So these are padded shorts that I wear for cycling, but I haven't done as much cycling in the last year or two as I used to. So I've actually decided I realized that it was going to fill up the whole drawer. So I separated it out and put all my cycling gear in that cube in the far background and all my regular exercise gear that I wear pretty much every single week in the drawer. So I'll show you all of that in just a minute. And here we go. This is the everyday exercise gear. So I've got short and long sleeve tops, bikinis, etc., and exercise pants. And in this cube, I ended up putting all my cycling related stuff. So I'll now know when that goes up on the shelf there, as you can see, that's where all of my cycling things will be next time I need them. I still have loads and loads of room here. So I might do another wardrobe organization if you guys are interested in that. And just as a brief reminder, this is what the drawers look like. I'm so happy. I had a few things in the wash when I filmed this, so there are a few more items in there, but not too many. And I'm just really, really happy about how clean and nice and organized it looks. Those cube organizers are just really, really handy. So I'm very, very happy with how this came out, and I know Paul is really stoked to have drawers again. And this is all the stuff we no longer need. I'm going to be rehoming these items. I never throw things out if there is good use for them. Otherwise, I will obviously donate them. But I did a quick clean with Paul of his side of the hanging clothes, and he had a couple of cubes. So he kept the grey one. We freed up these 2 white bins that are going to go downstairs to help organize something else. Maybe you'll see that in a future video. But I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a big thumbs up if you like videos like this, and I look forward to see you next week.